This is a really, really good book. I don't know if you've read it before, but I'm just going to do this whole interview just like this because this man doesn't care about being on camera.
I have no problem with that.
The Kindergarten of Eden, which my name happens to be in, is absolutely one of the most amazing books in the world. 60,000 copies sold.
That might be a bit high, but it's actually it's a big bestseller. It is. But it is imperative that you include the subtitle. It's The Kindergarten of Eden, How the Modern Liberal Thinks. And it is the definitive explanation for your neighbors, your friends, your cousins, these people who you know aren't stupid, and they're not evil, and they don't have a partisan reason, and yet they will make the stupidest arguments in order to side with evil, failure, and wrong. I'll give you an example. How is it that anybody looks at the Middle East, says, here's this liberal democracy of Israel, surrounded by these Islamic terror states, and they decide the reason there isn't peace in the Middle East is because a Jew built a house in Jerusalem? Right? You have to be an idiot. You would have to be an idiot, yet you know your cousin isn't an idiot. You know these college professors, they're not idiots. So what is the mindset that sees them ignore all logic, all fact, always to side with evil? And my book gives the answer. Hold it up, will you?
Sorry about that. Whoops. Okay. It seems like we're following down the same path as Europe. We're not learning from their mistakes. Mm-hmm. We're not calling terrorists terrorists, but they're calling us terrorists.
It's amazing, isn't it? It literally, it's 180 degrees. They won't call the terrorists terrorists, but they'll call the good guys the bad guys. Right. They won't call Islam a terror, but they will call Christianity, which is a religion of peace, which has given the world peace. Right now, every war on this planet is Islam versus somebody. Not just Christians, not just Jews, but Hindus, Buddhists, you name it. Every war on the planet is from this religion of peace. And yet they will call it a religion of peace because everything becoms flip-flopped. And I'll very quickly explain why. All right?
Or you can read it in this book.
That makes a lot more sense. And how did they get this book? Well, which one do you want me to do? Shall they read it? Or you know what? I'll tease it. I will tease it. The first law of the unified field theory of liberalism, which is what this book tells you about, is that they are not allowed to use their mind because their mind is tainted by prejudices. Whatever you believe is because you're white, you're female, you're American, you're tall, you're short, you're fat, you're skinny, you're whatever. All right? So no matter what you believe, you're not allowed to believe it. It's simply a reflection of your bigotries. You must believe that everything is equally good and equally right. Islam and Judaism in the Middle East are equally good cultures because that's all they're allowed to believe. But now the question becomes, if they're equally good, why is Israel this great, successful, powerful nation with Nobel Prize-winning scientists and gleaming skyscrapers in Tel Aviv, and the Palestinians are mired in crap? Well, if it's not because they have different cultures and different values and different behaviors and different beliefs, the only explanation is that somehow the Jews stole their prosperity and their success, and the Palestinians had their success and prosperity stolen from them. Then the journalist or your friend or the academic will look for that thing that proves, a Jew built a house in Jerusalem. That must be why the Palestinians are poor. So it's not that they don't know the facts, it's that they're not allowed to believe what they know.
I've been asking this question a lot, and I don't.
And I'm taken.
Oh my gosh! Besides that one, and so.
By the way, I want a coin right here on the air, so you cannot steal it. Mamarazzi, copyright Evan Sayet, 2013. Go ahead.
That's what I am, a mamarazzi, which is brilliant.
Of course, it's just like the book.
Just like the book. Evan, is Barack Obama naive or diabolical?
Neither one. He is following this ideology that says he's not allowed to see anything as better than anything else. Look, Obama was asked point blank, do you believe in American exceptionalism? And he gave a very clever, very politic answer in which he said yes, but made very clear that he meant no. What he said was, yes, I believe in American exceptionalism, just as I'm sure the Brits believe in British exceptionalism and the Greeks believe in Greek exceptionalism. In other words, he doesn't really think America is exceptional because of our Constitution or our Judeo-Christian heritage or our Protestant work ethic. He just thinks America is exceptional because he lives here. If he lived in Greece, he would think Greece was exceptional. But here's the problem. If America isn't exceptional, then how is he to explain America's prosperity? How is he to explain America's strength? Well, clearly it's unjust. If we're nothing special, why should we be richer than anybody else? And given that we are the most successful nation in all of human history, he has no choice but to believe America is the greatest injustice in human history. So out of social justice...
But you don't think that's diabolical, that he wants to tear us down in order to make us look even with the rest?
It may be the devil working through him if that's the way, if you want to think about it that way. But my cousin will do the same thing. My cousin will believe nonsense about America. For example, America is an imperialist nation. Now, America is the least imperialist major power in all of human history. Think about this. When Germany was the world's only superpower, they tried to take over the world. When France was the world's only superpower, they tried to take over the world. When Russia was the superpower, they tried to take over the world. When we were the lone superpower, we didn't even take over Canada. All right? And we had this bomb that we could have just threatened to use, and we didn't take over Canada. We are the
Or Mexico.
Or Mexico. But why? Forget Mexico. Why would you? But if America isn't exceptional, okay, then we are the greatest injustice. It becomes the social justice job, and it's not just America; it's individuals. If nobody is better than, if you have a business and you didn't build it, then why is your business successful? It's unjust. So is it the devil's work? I don't care to go there, but it's modern liberalism. And there's a very thin line, and I don't know the answer between what is evil and what is simply facilitating evil. How much evil do you need to facilitate to call the liberal evil? I don't know the answer to that. My cousin's not evil. On the other hand, if he's constantly facilitating evil, if he's promoting terrorism, if he's tearing down America, is he evil? I don't know the answer to that.
He's an enabler.
He's an enabler. Absolutely true. It's a codependent relationship.
Evan Sayet, this book, it really, all joking aside, this book really is one of the greatest you'll ever read.
Do you mean this book?
Yes. Yes, I do. Evan Sayet, thank you so much.